A lot of people believe that El-Rufai 100% will work with Tinubu. I mean, with all that he claimed that he did during the elections, prior to the elections and all of that, they believe that El-Rufai will be given that juicy position, a ministerial appointment, not just any appointment, a very important one. But somehow, something went wrong. And it seems the president, Tinubu, can do nothing. And there are talks out there that Tinubu is behind it. Some say no, it's security report and all of that. Some say that some cabals. But then what really happened? Because right now, El-Rufai is saying, you know what? I do not want to work with you anymore. I will work in a private capacity. And what does that mean? It means I don't want to be part of your team. Who works with the government in a private capacity? Is it going to be a private consultant to the government? Is it going to be a private advisor to the government? No. El-Rufai brought someone to represent him, but the position that El-Rufai is supposed to be appointed for, we heard Minister of Power, is that particular individual who only occupied some, committee, chairman of a committee here and there in Kaduna. That person has not seen. I don't think that person is even qualified to handle such. So I see the person is an engineer or something. I will say, okay, he's an engineer, even though he has not served in that capacity in Kaduna. But as it is right now, everywhere they hot, as it seems, the Senate mocked and ridiculed El-Rufai. They dropped him on the floor as low and short as he is. They made sure that El-Rufai is humbled in such a way that he cannot gallivant here and there. They shut him down. They rubbished him. I want you to stay put from the beginning of this video till the end of it, as you are about to hear what you have never heard before. This one is explosive. It is bombshell. Like and share this video, tap on the subscription button, turn on the notification bell, and also use the thanks button to encourage us to do more. Let us get right into it. I'll be right here with you from the beginning of it till the end. We will be analyzing it, we'll be digging it, tearing it apart, word for word.
There was this issue of some cabal in the presidency trying to do things that will shoot down the interest of the southern president, in this case now Bola Tinubu. And El-Rufai came out and said, look, we'll not accept it. I remember seeing a clip somewhere where he said, at the point that it happened, they had an issue with Bola Tinubu, president, but he put it aside and made sure that he joined the, I think, 23 APC governors who declared that they needed a southern man to become the president, because 8 years of the president from the north was not ideal. He pushed for that. And then he pushed for the various zoning issues, which some people didn't like. I remember when, if you recollect, the day of the convention, some papers carried the story, the fact that the Northeast, the development, the Northern National Development, the Deputy National Chairman North was zoned to the northwest. Some people said it was zoned to the northeast. There was confusion because of so many things. But one of the things that happened was, El-Rufai said, look, since inception of the APC, the DNC has always come from the northwest. Governor Masari first, Senator Lawali Shaibu next. This time around, they want to change it. Later, I heard that he was trying to curtail the moves of the cabal in the presidency. They gave the DNC to northeast, and he came out. And then he put his foot down and said, look, these things are happening, we won't accept it. He walked tooth and nail to ensure that the Tinubu came on board.
So there are those who say that without El-Rufai, Tinubu will
I will agree to that.
The candidate of the APC.
Yes, there's good there, but Tinubu, El-Rufai played a very, very important role.
But again,
then the issue of the
agree?
Subsidy, the issue of the money policy that Emefiele brought up. El-Rufai took Emefiele to court.
Three of them. Matawale, Yaya and himself.
So, let's accept it, because I know in the kind of president's election way, the kind of situation we have in this country now, if the president nominates somebody, it's hardly, has never happened unless something very, very serious for the Senate not to accept it. So I want to appeal to the Senate to please accept it if we need him.
But again, Senate will say, it is a security report which they cannot look away from. A senator from Kogi State, Sunday Karimi, came up, stood up and said he has an envelope filled with petitions against the former governor. Now, there are those who will say there is nothing behind all of that, that the real reason behind El-Rufai not being confirmed is political. Do you agree?
I agree with that, because who is Karimi from Kogi State? El-Rufai is on
It's not him that has a petition. There are petitions that have been sent to
Was he the chairman of the Appeals Competitions Committee? It was a scheme that was being worked out. Now, I don't want to know about that one. We need El-Rufai in this country because he has the ability to achieve things. He did it in FCT. Till today, they're talking about him. They call him Rousseau, person that destroys, but he worked. He did it in Kaduna. I've been to Kaduna recently. Fantastic work he did. Not everybody will be happy, but we need El-Rufai in this current situation because somebody who can make things happen. And I prefer a known figure than an unknown group that will become a cabal in future. Who pursue.
But do you think that El-Rufai, you are a politician, do you think that El-Rufai feel politically humiliated and embarrassed by the situation?
I won't be surprised if he feels, because there's no need for all these things. He knows it. There's no need for all these things.
On the fact that on several occasions, there are about 2 occasions one can lay credence to, he was one of those that the President Tinubu, when he went to Chatham House in London, that he asked to answer questions on his behalf. He had actually, in public also had said, pleaded with him and said, look, promise me that you will work with me.
Yeah.
So in that regard, what do you think could have gone wrong? And we understand that Mr. El-Rufai and a few others have been paying almost a daily visit to the villa.
I don't think you go to the villa without being invited. They must have been having some talks going on. And right now, put those things aside, I think the president should please appeal to El-Rufai to come out. We need him as a nation. Now, I'm somebody who believes in God. Trying to say that somebody is so important might look somehow, but from a human perspective right now, we need somebody like El-Rufai. Smallish, they call him giant when he was ABU. An achiever. He speaks very well. He has facts at his fingertips. We should please put aside everything and get him to be in the cabinet. We need to move on because you can see the kind of overwhelming issues we have in this country right now. 2020, COVID, now Russian war, and then this Niger, so many things happening. Somebody that will calm things down and get this work.
Let me ask you this. The issue here is the fear in the APC is that El-Rufai's body language and his stance at the moment has implication, political implication. The former governors form a bloc, and powerful one at that, and they are being serviced presently by this president. You have a Matawale, you have a Simon Lalong in that cabinet, you have a Yunsom Wike. They form a bloc in this government, and they were powerful enough to be able to accept their position and their stance to make sure that Bola Tinubu gets a ticket. There are those who will say his stance means a lot and it could backfire. What political implication do you think it has on this government, on the performance of Bola Tinubu, and the chances of Bola Tinubu if he wants to seek election?
Chief, I don't think you're being fair to me because you have these facts. I will speak as an ordinary person because I see it from outside. All I want to know is, let's have the right people. I know...
you've said that, but I'm going back to a question that has... And the reason why I invited you is because of your knowledge. The internal politics of APC, you have it at your fingertips. And the question is that there are implications for every action and inaction. And those who say, if El-Rufai feels hurt and humiliated, that the kind of El-Rufai they know and the kind of power and influence that he possesses, that it has an implication, politically speaking.
They're giving him too much importance, relevance. All we want as Nigerians is a person that will come in and make a difference. If anybody feels that way, to some extent, people feel that way about me. I'm a very outspoken person. I speak my mind. I say it as it is. And I think to some extent, El-Rufai is like me. What am I saying? We're not being hypocritical. We're speaking the truth. If people are now having those issues with El-Rufai from amongst his colleagues, I'll be surprised. At the same time, not surprised, because if you know what you are supposed to do, you shouldn't be scared about anybody challenging you. Accept it. If anybody has that feeling, then he has a lot of low self-esteem. I'm sorry to use some of these words. Because truly, as Nigerians, we need an El-Rufai who will come out and tell the president, Mr. President, this is the way to go, let's follow it, because we are tired of people that just come and dance to the tune of whatever I said. We don't want that one. So I don't want to know about the governors or whatever. El-Rufai, Nasir El-Rufai should be appealed to come into the cabinet and let's get this country working again.
What if the Senate said that the security report does not come favorably?
The Senate cannot do what the president does not agree to. If the president says, I want him, they will do it.
Are you saying they are puppets?
I'm not saying anything, Shehu. I'm saying that, for example, permit me, now he has been confirmed already, so we can't even do anything about it. Somebody from one of the states in the north gave a certificate showing only 2 credits to get into university. It was cleared. Let's not go into that one. But the fact is that some of these people that shouldn't have been cleared have been cleared. 2 credits. I'm sure I know the person. You know him, don't you? So let's not put them aside.
But his own defense is that he has other certificates, or only that he didn't include them.
You won't hear from me. You won't hear from me. But somebody of that caliber was approved, nominated and screened and cleared. We need El-Rufai to please accept and come. Let's make Nigeria
There
better.
are those with a different opinion. They say, why are we still using recycled materials such as El-Rufai? Are there no better hands out there, more qualified people out there? As you heard from what the speaker said, he made something clear, and you can verify it, that there are those who are not qualified when it comes to academics, but they were cleared. Why is El-Rufai not cleared? Why are they not held down on their educational qualification? Why is El-Rufai held down? El-Rufai is held down on an issue raised, and that issue is security. And not just El-Rufai, 2 other people were, also held down. And a lot of people are saying that El-Rufai probably must have hurt or stepped on toes. That is the reason why they have decided to make sure that they deal with him in this way. So who is dealing with El-Rufai? Who doesn't want El-Rufai there? And there are also those who said El-Rufai stepped on certain people's toes, and those people are Islamic. Some say El-Rufai is an extremist, and in fact there are so many narratives about why El-Rufai was disgraced by the Senate. But then the same question is being raised. Are there no better hands in Nigeria that can occupy this position? Now, also, there are those that are saying this, that the president wants to work with people who are already vast or experienced in what they do, that do not need an extra coaching, or they don't need a beginner to be tutored as a beginner in what they are required to do. There are those coming with such opinion. I don't know what your own opinion is as regards this, but majority are tired of the whole thing. The ministerial list, some are saying, oh, the girlfriend of this person is on the list. Some are saying that, well, that is how it works. That is how it works. This is politics. This is politics. The most important is that whoever has been appointed, and moreover, majority of those that get this appointment do not even have the educational qualification for wherever it is. Some of them do not even have the experience, in that particular ministry. Maybe one way or the other, they have occupied some administrative position in whatever it is that they did. So, or they did in the past. So this is what they are coming with. They are going to operate using that administrative knowledge, that management knowledge that they have acquired over the time, knowing how the system works in Nigeria. That is all. And the rest will be left for those who are professionals in that field. That's it. Because you might be, a specialist or a professional in a particular field, but you lack administrative qualities, you lack management qualities. So you will need a manager to help you achieve better. So these are also there. We need to really, look inwards about this recycling of old politicians, and why these older politicians or whoever it is that is in do not take time to mentor or tutor others that are coming in. These people are not ready to live. They are not ready to live. You barely find younger people, 25, 30. Why? Because the educational system has been made, so poor that even if you graduate from the university, you are useless if you do not build yourself. That's the truth. If you do not build yourself. And majority of the children of these politicians are schooling abroad. They have tutored them, mentored them well. They just need to come in, take over from where their parents have left it. And there's only one thing that they understand, because they grew enjoying that benefit of loot. That's all. So when they come in, they're going to replicate the same. They're not going to bring that thing that they've learned where they are in those countries that things work. They're not going to do. So we are all in that mess. We are all in that mess until revolution begins. Once that revolution begins, we will have a better country. We will not have a situation where we are putting square pegs in round holes, and we're having everything mixed up, nothing profitable. We are not having results. Bola Tinubu, anyway, he promised, he said he's going to do the best. Is going to put Nigeria right in the best. He's going to put Nigeria in the right direction. He's going to put Nigeria in the best of the best. This is what people are waiting for. Countdown, yes, countdown. People are waiting to see, and people are even getting tired of the wait already. They just want the result. The result now. They are not ready to listen to if it is El-Rufai that is not being approved by the Senate and all of that. They want a system that is working. They have looked at all of the candidates, apart from those who are even saying that juicy position have been given to Yoruba Southwesterners, right? That the Igbos are getting nothing, juicy. I don't know what that means. Juicy or not juicy. When we use the word juicy, still connotes, it shows corruption. Corruption, because if all ministers are watched and integrity is what we are talking about here, how then will someone say you've been given a juicy position? What does that juicy mean? It's corruption. What does juicy mean? If you are made minister of power, are you supposed to steal? Your wages or salary is not supposed to be different from someone who has been made minister of agriculture, minister of whatever. Even if it is minister of works or water, whatever, your wages, salary should be the same. So what is this thing about juicy position? I don't really understand. I want you to like and share this video, subscribe to this channel. See you in the next update.